In 2005, Rockstar Games took a $20 million hit. Their flagship product was shattered by a global recall, and Congress opened a formal investigation into the company. The game in the crosshairs was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. In the mid-2000s, this was a massive cultural fixture. Millions of players were exploring its digital state on CRT televisions just like this. But the highly controversial, explicit content that triggered this national crisis was completely inaccessible to those normal players. This diagram reveals a level's digital structure. Pushing past the playable floor, out of bounds, you find Hot Coffee, an explicit minigame the studio intentionally disabled. They left it purely as dormant code buried on the disk. The friction here is simple. A major entertainment corporation faced a massive recall and federal oversight because of code they had already turned off. In June 2005, a modder in the Netherlands named Patrick Wildenborg started digging into the files and discovered the remnants of that dormant code. Wildenborg didn't program the explicit animations himself. He also didn't stumble upon a secret Easter egg you unlock with a standard cheat code. Accessing the discarded files required third-party intervention. As this schematic shows, retail code ignored hidden data. Users introduced an external mod to read disabled blocks. But media and authorities completely ignored this technical reality. They treated the explicit material as if it were available right out of the box. The software was inert. It sat on the disk harmlessly unless aggressively manipulated by outside programs. Yet the public reacted with total hysteria. The public outrage ignored the actual video game sitting on store shelves. Instead, people reacted to a hypothetical scenario, an imagined version of what the code could do if a player actively broke rules to manipulate it.
Within weeks, the Entertainment Software Rating Board revoked San Andreas's M for mature rating. They replaced it with an AO, adults only, rating. In the console gaming market, an AO rating functions as a retail death sentence because major department stores strictly refuse to carry adults-only titles. Retailers around the globe, completely misinterpreting the underlying technology, panicked. They immediately began stripping physical copies of the game from their shell, pulling millions of disks back solely to delete unplayable lines of code. A microscopic, entirely unusable digital fragment successfully broke a massive multi-million-dollar physical supply chain. The controversy quickly attracted federal lawmakers, a group with even less understanding of software development than the retailers. Senator Hillary Clinton specifically intervened, formally appealing to the Federal Trade Commission to open an investigation into Rockstar Games. This momentum led directly to the drafting of the Family Entertainment Protection Act, a federal bill explicitly designed as a reaction to the scandal. Then came the wave of civil lawsuits. The city of Los Angeles filed a major suit against the company, and an 85-year-old grandmother even launched her own individual lawsuit. This legal campaign weaponized a moral panic for political leverage, prioritizing optics over consumer safety. But once the actual technical reality of the code was subjected to legal scrutiny, the crisis deflated. The federal bills quietly expired, and the high-profile lawsuits fizzled out. The outrage lacked a sturdy legal foundation because it relied on a misunderstanding of how the software functioned. The game didn't force explicit content on anyone. A user had to actively hack the software to find it. Developers realized they had to practice strict digital hygiene. The legal system, they learned, makes no practical distinction between an active, playable feature and a discarded, hidden file left on a master disk. The Hot Coffee scandal cost $20 million to resolve. It remains the industry's definitive case study in software liability, proving that, in the eyes of the law, unplayable code carries the same weight as a feature players actually see.